everybody, and how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch. And at The Flower Patch I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements from door wreaths, door swags, things for your home decor, things for your garden decor, sympathy tributes, weddings and much, much more. Right guys, thank you very much for the wonderful comments that you gave me concerning the very soft coloured autumn wreath we did yesterday. I'm very touched by all your wonderful messages and comments. It's just so overwhelming and very heartwarming of you, so thank you dearly. Right, today we're going to do another wreath, but we're going to do one on, again, a spruce. And I've decided I need to use that new gingerbread man that I purchased from a fabulous lady called Nikki, who makes things like wreath attachments, and I've just got to use him. I've decided to call him Ginge. How convenient. So Ginge, isn't it pretty? Isn't it? Her stitching is fantastic. I'm rubbish at embroidery or sewing. I can't do it. So I take my hat off to people who do it. I mean, look how tight the material is been placed, and you know how wonderful. No creases, nothing. He is as smooth as anything, like velvet. So she's done a fabulous job. So we're going to attach him, oh Ginge, and I've also made a bow in advance. I've left the ribbon out because I don't know whether I want to have, you know, just bits of ribbon around. So I've got out my glittery red ribbon, 2.5 inch. I've got out my lovely velvet with the ruffle white at the sides on the edging, my candy cane ribbon as well, and also a gingerbread ribbon. So I started off with 6 inch, then I went to 5.5, then 4.5, and then in the centre I did 3, just for that little bit to cover my mechanics. So I'm going to attach that on one side and Ginge on the opposite side. Isn't it wonderful? It's like Christmas. I love it. And we're going to do that. So I thought I'd do it get the bow made in advance, because we've got some deco mesh again, guys. And I'm going to add red and white stripes. It's got silver in it as well. Deco mesh. It is a 10-inch one and I cut them to 20 inches, and it's got bits of silver in it as well, and we're going to use that. I've only cut 8 strips because obviously Ginge and the ribbon and everything else that we've got will take up a lot of room. If I need any more, I've got it under here waiting. So that is our deco mesh. I'm not putting a lot in of floral. It's going to be a bit more whimsical. I'm not going to go too whimsical like I probably could. Again, I want to do it in stages where you can do it where, like the red one there, where it's just soft, but you could tell it's a Christmas theme. Then maybe, you know, like today, whimsical but not too whimsical, and then, you know, maybe if I've got time and I get everything in for the elements, I will do a really big whimsical. So I've got our pine needles out again, so I'm going to use those to dot around in the deco mesh and around the wreath as well. I've got out my tarragon because I want to, I've not prepared. These are going to have to be put on picks, or I may put the odd one in as a full bunch like so. I've also got out my wonderful conifer, again, Christmas foliage. Well, it's an all year round one really, but it looks wonderful for Christmas things. I've cut those off for a couple of bunches and we're going to use those. I've also got out one fresh stem and one what's been chopped on of my white fern. I want those in as well. And with white foliage, I've got out my white willow. So I've got oddments in here as well as fresh stems. So I want to use some of those to give that contrast against the green. Right, let's just move. That's all that we've got for our foliage, guys. I've got out white in these, the swirls that were Christmas ornaments or like hanging baubles. I've got glue on it that I've placed on picks. So I've got some out in white. I've only got 2 picks out because I know I can split these and cut them down. So I've got some of these as well where it's got candy cane where you can twist it or just have it fully open as a stick or bend it into any direction with white snowy balls on and Christmas ornaments. I've also got out, because I think I may want a bit of candy in, so I've got some candy here. Again, these were Christmas ornaments or baubles that I took the top off and then got a pick and placed it through the bottom and glued it in. And these were also the same. Unfortunately, I couldn't place the picks through the top where you have the bit there to hang with the string on your tree. So I took that off because it was noticeable. And I placed a small hole at the bottom and glued in picks. I've also got some lollies that I thought we could add a few of those in. I've got others, but more of these, but I thought we'll just have these out because I don't think we're going to need more from what else we've got. I've taken 3 of these out again because it's the same pattern on the lollies. So I've got 3 of these picks also out where they've got the candy cane and some little beads on as well. Now I can't make my mind up which ones to use, but I have got some glittery baubles or Christmas, well they're not ornaments because they don't go on the tree. They didn't have any string on. I bought them as a pack. So candy cane one there, 3 white, 2 red, and then I've got also the red with the white little speckles on as well. I can't make my mind up, guys. I was looking at them both. Right, I've got some bigger candies out. I've got 2 of those and 1 of those. I didn't want to put too many big ones in. As you can see the size of it, guys, it fills my hand. So if you've got big hands like me, it's gonna fill your hand. So I got these last year from B&M and there was only £2. As you can see, the tag is still on. So if you want, guys, when it comes nearer Christmas and they start getting the Christmas things out, check out B&M if you live in the UK. And you will get things like this. So, and then I've got these that I ordered online. I can't quite remember where I ordered them from last year. But I've just taken 2 out. Again, I don't want too many of one thing. Now, I have got 2 of these out because these gift boxes, but I can't make with bells in, red bells and ribbon. I can't make my mind up whether to have 1 or 2. Because we've got the big lolly, I thought we may end up just having 1. And these are just polystyrene, and I have placed a hole in the bottom, as you can see, and placed a pick, a longer pick, because these are quite a bit more weighty, top heavy, and placed a pick in the bottom as well. So I've got 2 out just in case. So I thought with a bit of silver being in the deco mesh, I thought I'd get a few picks out where they've got silver balls on, and I've got out some poinsettias as well, in case I want to add a bit of floral. So that is what we're going to do today. So it's a case of, I just move everything down here. So I'll have my foliage around this area. But what we're going to do is firstly is put on our deco mesh. And I'm going to bring the camera down so you can see as I'm working on my workbench. And instead of having it, because I need when I put the deco mesh on a flat surface. So you can see then how I place it on and how I roll it up. I'm only doing the simple roll. Well, you can do loops, and I'll show you that in a minute. Just a simple loop instead of starting to go fancy, and I can do the fancy petals and things like that, but they're a bit more time consuming. So we're going to do this. We'll keep our ginge and the ribbon up there. So let me just alter, guys, the screen. Go get all that glitter off me. I may see if I can bring it. You won't see me today probably, so that's all right. Oh gosh, I don't like it when it's there. It's not squared off. Let me just move that bucket full of Halloween things so I can come in a bit better. So I'll leave it like that. Let's hope that I analysed the video yesterday, guys, and I saw when how long the my phone had twisted down. So I was sat there and I kept thinking, oh gosh, come on, Iris, recognise it. So I thought it was a bit too long, but I did eventually. So with our deco mesh, if you haven't done this at all, it's very easy. So sometimes I turn over. Let me just place, you just don't know where to place things. I turn over the two pieces, well, turn it over twice on the end. But today I'm going to make it easier. It's a very basic one. This is a 10-inch roll and I've cut them at 20 inches long. So all I'm going to do, guys, you could do it on your chest like that. Just roll it over like that. So it's 2 loops either end, and then pinch like so in the center. And that's all. That's the simplest one I can do. Well, not I can do, that you can do. If you don't want to do it, you find it awkward on your chest, then you can do it on one end and just roll it over thinly like so, either that way, and then pinch so you've got like a tube effect like that, and pinch it in the center. If you can't vision the center, bend it over like that where the crease is, and that is your center, and then just pinch it there. So then you have the tube effect, and then you can just place that in and around. Or if you wish, you can do the other one where you bend over twice on the corner, so where you've cut it is now inside. Walk your fingers up through the center. I'll hold that and show you. Walk your fingers up through the center. Before you get to the end, turn over, because as you can see, there's a little bit coming off there. Turn over this end a couple of times so your frayed bits will be on the inside, and then gather and pinch. Then you have that effect, like a bow tie effect. So I think to use more room of it, I could do the loops and end up placing more in, or who knows. No, we'll stick to this. So then I get a piece of spruce or pine. as some may call it. I look for one where I want to place it. Then I get where my thumb and finger is. Get the, you can use one or you can use two together. So if you use one, wrap it around and go under and then back up if you can. If you want to use two pieces of spruce, and then just get two, place it in between like so, and then just twist once like that, and then that will stay in place like so. I will do it again and I'll face it towards you. I roll over, as you can see, twice, 1, 2, so the frayed edge is underneath or rolled up, and then I walk both my fingers in the center up near the top, and before I reach the top I bend this one over, keeping hold of this with one hand, bend it over twice again like so, and then carry on walking my fingers up till I grab it. And once I've grabbed it, you've got your bow tie effect. Bring in your wreath, place it next to it if you like, because you can have some. I place one on the center, so I may bring one out here. So I will grab only one spruce on this occasion because, oh no, I'm going to do two. Yeah, let's do two. So I'll grab, I've placed it in there. I've grabbed two spruces what are at the side, and then I just twist once and then let these stick up. So it's like that. And again, you can fluff this to however you wish, you know, as you go along. So I'll probably need more. So, but I'll show you what I do to cut them as well, especially for the beginners. So I fold over, 1, 2, walk up my fingers through the center, grabbing the material as I go. Before I get to the end, turn once over, twice over, and you could tuck those in if you feel they are sticking, not gone in enough, and then walk up to the rest where you grab, and then turn it that way, and that's the way you will position it in, because you don't want underneath where you can see you've turned it showing, so you place it upside down. So I've gone out, center, and then I'm going to go out again. So I will grab two spruce, this one and this one next to each other, place it in the center of it like so, and then just pull and twist. So you've still got your spruce sticking up, and then you can manipulate where you want your deco mesh. So we'll do that again. I'll turn it over, 1, 2, walk up my hands through the center, grabbing the deco mesh. Before I get to the end, we'll turn over, 1, 2, and then pinch, and then turn upside down. So I've done one on the outside, so now I'll come in the center. I can bring them round here if I wish. So we'll come in the center, grab two spruces, place that down to the bottom, grab two spruces, pull your spruce and twist once. I'm only twisting once, so I've got some spruce still sticking up. And then you can manipulate it to move however you wish. So 1, 2, walk up through the centre, bend over once, twice, pinch it all together, upside down. So again, grab 2 spruces, pull and twist once. And if you want, you can leave it like that, so you've got it on the inside. So if I decided to change my mind before I carry on, I would just do that. Instead of having it horizontal, my mesh, I will bring it vertical. So then it's coming in the inside also. So that's another way that you can do it. And you can fluff all this up as you go along. Bring some of your spruce in so it's intermingled with your deco mesh. And again, turn over once, twice, run through the centre so you get near the end. Turn over once, twice, gather together and pinch, and then turn upside down. Get 2 spruces again. And then just fluff it up. Trying to do it so you can see. Again, turn over. And if you wish and you just want to do, because it naturally rolls over. So if you just want to roll one side over like that and let it just naturally roll in, and then do the other one and then pinch, if that's easier, you still get the same effect. So again, I'll show you that again, because again, look, it rolls in and you've got your 2 ends there. So you can just do that. If you want to roll it smaller, roll it slightly smaller, you know, doing the loops smaller, and then just grabbing the centre like so, and you've got the same thing. I think I'm that used to doing it by turning it over twice, because I've got more control then, because the loop is tighter, because I'm only turning it over at a small pace. I'm not a little bit. I'm not you know, letting it roll so it's got a big, like a tube effect, if that makes sense. So that one was in the center, so we'll go here again. Get your spruce, one either side, that feels like 2, it's thick, and then just twist. And then again, like I say, you can, let me just get that, guys, you can fluff it up once it is in. I think I've counted that good, guys, because I only need 1 more. Oh my goodness, I cut 8 pieces. And again, before I go to the top, turn that one over, and then gather and pinch. So you've got your bow tie. This is fraying. I could have used my wood burner to stop the fraying. So then get the spruce. And there we have. I didn't want to add in too much deco mesh because of all the other elements that we've got going in. And this is where now you can fluff up and have it how you wish. Let's just have a look. I think I could do with one here because I can see gaps. Let's just get this. I may cut a few more. Right, all I do, I have a rotary blade. I got this from Fiskars, spelled Fiskars. And it's just a rotary blade. You get, I think, a few blades with it as well. So I turn it this way. If you can't hold it in the, you know, stop it from rolling in, put something heavy on the end like your cutters so it doesn't move. I go to 20-inch and it's always on my mat where these dots are. And then I just get it and do that. I'll go back up in case some I've not cut, and there is one. So I do that again. Again, put your cutters on to keep it from moving. Two. And you may want to use a full roll. Three. I'll do 5 just to be on the safe side. You don't have to be exact because the deco mesh will, you know, will move. 4, and last one. So I suggest, you know, it'd be a good idea to invest in one of those rotary cutters. It saves a lot of time than having scissors. So 1, 2, we'll gather in the center again. Before we get to the end, turn this over, 1, 2, and I'm turning it in the center. Walk my fingers up to the end, and there's your bow tie. So I can see a gap here. So I want to solve that and get that sorted. I don't mind if it's coming in, I just wanted that gap sorted. So got another gap there, so I do the same. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, I just would like to welcome Amanda from Scotland. she just sent me a message this morning and came across my YouTube channel, and she's been watching it with a cup of tea while her dogs, the chihuahuas, have been barking or jumping around when they've seen Marley. So welcome, Amanda. It's lovely to have you on board. I hope you enjoy many more videos. 1, 2, walk back up to the top, and your bow tie. There's one piece of spruce. You can use it if you want, especially if you're doing it on a frame. Chanel sticks, they use, some come with it and some don't, you know, pipe cleaners. I like doing deco mesh on spruce swags or wreaths. It's much easier because the spruce is there already for you to attach to. Just get it in between there and twist. Right, I can see I've got one there and I think one here, so I may need another one, but that's okay. I just did 8, but then when you stop and if you think no, it needs more, then just add in more. You know, sometimes you can, you know, majority of the time you use a full roll doing it. You know, if you're cutting them to 20 inches, so you'll cut a full roll. It's cold today, guys, outside. Let's see if I can manipulate it so I don't need it. Oh, these little stringy bits. I'm ever so funny about them. And as you can see, I'm just manipulating my deco mesh to sit how I would like it to be sitting for when I start. And then just lift it up, guys. Have a look, and if you're happy, fabulous. Then you are ready to start adding your things. So this, I don't really like this deco mesh. It's a bit too stringy for my liking. So, but never mind. You have to cope with what you have. So that is what we have got with all our deco mesh in. So I could attach the bow. Where's the top of it? I have to find the string. There, yeah. The top is here. So I could attach this now, and also Ginge. I want him at an angle like so. So he sits like that. You could place him up here if you wanted. You could have him absolute central and have your bow down here, but I like to see his legs because Nikki's done a wonderful job, so I want to see him. So I want to do it like so, and then that will be there. You won't see as much deco mesh once you've finished, but that is there as your structure, well, your structure and your baseline. And that is, you know, now you can stick your elements to the deco mesh as you're going along, as well as some of spare of the spruce that you have, or on some things, if they are super heavy, wrap a few of the spruce leaves around the stems for extra support. So I think if we got this in now, it would be better. Or do I just wait? Because I don't want to get glue on him. Let's wait. Let's get our foliage in. I'm going to start with our willow. I've got oddments in here. Oh, I've just pulled that off. Oh, my coffee as well. I've got my picks out ready. So let's place that on a pick, because I just place a bit of glue on, whether it's with your glue gun or glue pan, and then wipe any glue off that is seeping out. So you can make this now and decide how big you would like it to be. Again, that is your base. So now you are building your structure on your outside line, and you can choose how long or how short you would like it. But I've got to take into consideration the length of some of those picks with the candy cane and that. So I don't want the foliage coming here and the candy cane out here, because then it's going to look odd. I need foliage behind the candy cane, so it's got like its own support at the back, and also decoration, and for it to look pretty at the back as well. Let me just cut that. I don't know what that is. There's another one. So I tend to always just bend the main stem. I go one way, then another, just to make it more natural. Let me glue that back on, but in a different position, because it's not facing the way I want it. That's better. So I could easily have that like so. So let's start and get some of this in. And I am sticking this to start with to the spruce where I've tied the deco mesh to. So I want this, and I'm going to start here where my hook is. So I've got a deco mesh here, and as you can see, it's there wrapped around the spruce. So I am just going to slide that in and take it under the deco mesh. Again, add a bit of movement to it. And that is how you attach your, I don't like that one, your foliage or floral to your deco mesh. So I'm going to do the same here and attach it to the deco mesh, and then just bring that bit under. I'm giving it a bit of a curve just so it's got that round shape effect. See, that's facing the opposite way as well. So So as you can see, I'm leaving a gap in between. So then I've got to look and leave a very similar gap in between. Now these, you haven't got to be spot on unless you're being technical to the point where you want to measure your gaps. Then that's also fine. Lean that up there a little bit. Right. Oh, that's little. I don't want little ones. Not just yet. That one, bottom bit I don't need. I can use these to bring inside, so I am saving them. Again, the stem is just straight as anything, so all I do is take it to your left, bend it slightly, and then I go further up the stem, take it to the right, and if it's long enough to do, which this has got a bit more wire here, I will take then that back to the left. So then you've got it fans it out and makes it look, you know, wider. I'm just turning some of these leaves around because they're not facing the way I'd like. So then again, I look to where I'd like this one to sit, and I'm going to attach it to the spruce that is got the deco mesh on. And I just turn it around as I go. Again, just go left, right, and a little bit left. And then as you can see, it's made it come wider and looks more natural. Turn these around. Then that one there. Oh my goodness, that one's fell off. Let's glue that on where it's fallen off. So then it stays in place. And again, for the newcomers, my saying is if it comes off once, it's going to come off again. So try to, you know, glue it on so you don't get that happening. So I'm just going to place those there for now. I will keep those there and these small ones out there. So let's get our conifer. Or cedar or cypress leaves, whichever you wish to use. And then I'm going to do the same with these. And I'm going to attach these also inwards. And I'm attaching them in between each of the white. And it's going on to the spruce where the deco mesh is attached. And I'm just fluffing these up, bringing the center one, because it's only on wire, these two aren't, just bringing that up so when I place it in, it's got a different movement to it. I've spread it out so it looks, you know, it's got that movement and that flow. As you can see, it's sticking up. I need the volume. I've got a feeling my cat's scratching again. And then one in between there. The stem's a bit long. I don't want them too long. Lift the center one up because it's got wire for our volume. And again, I'm just sticking it to where we've fastened the spruce around our deco mesh. So that is our conifer all the way around. I could bring some in here. So if I do, I would have got 3 pieces. So I will balance them out by placing them like so. Even though they may end up being flattened, at least then I have some foliage in and around the center before we attach anything. So let's do that. Let's find a wreath to attach it. So when you're doing just 3 items or elements in the center to balance it out, as you can see, I've done 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and then I've done 8 o'clock. So I've given it that triangular position. Just remember the triangle shape, and then you should be able to balance it out beautiful. And then without it looking like you've misplaced or put one in a position where it doesn't belong. I'm all about balance. So as you can see, the triangular shape here. There's the flat part of the triangular shape leading to the point. So that is your balanced conifer in the centre. I'm going to save these pine needles because that is for my filler. I don't want too much, you know, foliage in. And also with the tarragon as well, I'm going to use that like as filler just to dot around. So let me keep those by my side on the floor. So let's now get in some of our white fern. And I got this from Lily Jade's. Let me just do that. And again, I move this around just a little bit, not too much, because I don't want to have it like this. I just want it a slight little bit of a little bend so it's not immediately straight. But once I place it in, I will get my thumb and finger in the centre and bend down. So it gives that curve of a shape, as you can see, going down. And that's what gives the volume to make it look fuller. So we're going to bring these in and around. So again, just a little bit of a bend and then bend it over in the centre. And what I'm doing, I'm going to I've brought these in this bit on the next level, but I'm placing them in between the white willow. So here's the white willow. So I go up above slightly and place that in between there. Again, just a little bit of a soft bend. And then in the centre, just do a bend to make it look soft and volumized. So the two white willow, and again I'm attaching this to the spruce where the deco mesh is attached to, and I'm just bringing these around. There's our little curve. White willow, so you look at your white willow, you place that there, and then turn it again, a little bit of a soft bend, then just like you're making a slight arch, and again, so then that looks full. If there's, you know, underneath, it makes it look like there's volume and it's nice and fluffy. So white willow. Like that. So I want one more. So white willow, so one around here. So then you have that effect. So I don't want any more of those, so they're definitely gone. So now I've got the foliage in that I want to get in, I can now attach my bow. So I've just got to look for where, again, the hook is. There's the hook. Oh, there. So that's where it's going to be hanging. And I want this, and I don't mind if the bit of the conifer, if I bring it through so it's coming through the bow, I will get my Chanel sticks or pipe cleaners, and I am wrapping this around one of the spruce. You could place it going all the way under, but then it will sink it in like so, and it will make it look squashed. So to keep it fluffy and on top, wrap it around either the deco excuse me, the deco mesh or a separate spruce, what is close by. So I'm going to wrap it around a spruce I've got underneath. I can't show you guys, but you'll get it when you get what I mean. I can't see now. It's a case of having to feel. And I'm going to I'm doing it one at a time, wrapping one around, and I'll show you on a piece what I'm doing. And then I'll twist. And I'll cut that little bit off at the end. Like so. So now that is attached onto our wreath. You can, if you want, get these and make the waterfall effect by just pinching there, bending, if you don't want these to hang over. I'm just going to let them hang. So what I did with that, if I get a Chanel stick, I did throw one spruce. Oh, here it is, because it came off. So I've got a spruce here, and with the pipe cleaner, I grabbed it around and I went one way like that with one piece, and then the other way like that. And also at the same time, hang on, let me do that again, bring it further down. Got one end, went round just once, then the other over once, and then this top bit I bent over, so then it's holding the pipe cleaner in, because you won't see that, and it's holding the pipe cleaner in. Then I went around again one way and again the other, and then I twisted it like so. So then I know that my ribbon is going to be safe. So if you want me to just show you that again, like for dear Amanda, who's just starting out, she said, just to help her along. So there's your spruce leaf. So I didn't do it at the top, I went down about here. So I went round once with one end, one way, and then I went the opposite way with the other end. Then I got my spruce at the top, bent it over like so, and then I went round once again, like that, one way, and then I went round once again, the opposite way, met in the middle, and then just twisted like so. And then I had that much left, so I cut it there. And once I cut it, if I show you, I was left with that, and all I did was just wrap it around the stem of the spruce, and then now my ribbon has attached. So I hope that that helps, because I have had people in the past who have asked how to attach a ribbon onto the spruce wreath. So I hope that's given you an idea. That's how I do it, guys, and I find that much easier than going underneath the wreath and attaching it back round and coming back up. So that is our ribbon attached. So now let's get Ginge. Oh, look at Ginge, delightful. And I'm going to attach Ginge exactly the same way I have just shown you how I attached the bow. So Ginge is going to sit at an angle like so. I can't put that there, can I? That's a bit too naughty looking. So I am going to get another spruce and I am going to attach my little Ginge, and I'm not going too far down because I don't want him to sink in as well. I want him to sit on top of our deco mesh. So let's we've got some here, so I'll use these, and again I'm going around one way with one and then around the opposite way with the other. Then I'm bending over the spruce so that the pipe cleaner doesn't move, and then I'm going back round with one piece end of the Chanel stick or pipe cleaner, then the opposite way with the other, and then I would twist the pipe cleaner together so it's secure. Then cut off some of the excess and then wrap that around the spruce again, just for more support for our Ginge. So Ginge is now sitting there, so then I will do the same on this end as well. So I'll turn it around, look for only one, I don't need more than one Chanel stick or pipe cleaner. I tend to look for the one that's the longest, that can give me more play to attach it. So here it is, one, so round with one side one way, round with another, bend the top of the spruce over again so it's holding in the pipe cleaner. So go back then round with one way with my pipe cleaner, and then back round the other way, and then twist it together. And then whatever's left from the excess of the pipe cleaner, wrap around the spruce. So now we have our bow and Ginge attached securely without any glue. Isn't that lovely? Don't he look so sweet? Oh my goodness. You feel like you could just eat him. So that is our main parts attached. So now we have all of our wispy and whimsical stuff. Oh my gosh, you just don't know what to choose, guys. Oh my goodness. Now let's have a look at the size of the gifts. I could just place one here and maybe have one down here like so. So I may do that. So we need to get in. I've got something on that and it's bugging me. There we go. Oh, it's in the same place here as well. I don't know what it is. Some sort of plasticky thing, green plastic around it. Whether that be where... Ouch. Some tag was on it or something. So we will have one coming up here, and again this can be heavy, so you have a couple of options. You can either cut your stem and attach it with glue and also attach a spruce leaf around it, or take it through the bottom so you can attach a spruce leaf here and here, as well as gluing it at the bottom. So if I wanted to glue it at the bottom, I would go through where you couldn't see it, because of the length of it, and then use my deco mesh to go over the top of it, because we're going to be placing other things in, and do it like that, and then attach a spruce around that area and a spruce around that area. And I think that would be more secure because of the weight. I don't want it at the top and then start to lean because of the weight of it. So I will wrap one of the spruces around it, go to the bottom. If I can find now where it's gone. Here's one, and then wrap another spruce around this. To secure that. And if you want to get your glue gun, and then you can glue down the stem. But that is now secure and it's not coming out. If I turn it upside down, it's still in the same place. So that is that one, and you can do exactly the same with this one. So I may want to go off more at an angle with this one and bring it down here. So I will get this spruce, what I've got here, right sitting where I'd like it. Wrap that around the stem. You know, just keep wrapping it round till it can't wrap round anymore. Oh, that's a bit come off, so let me get my glue gun. I've switched it on today. Put a bit of glue in there. And then just press it. We'll do that little corner as well. There we have it. So then again, that is wrapped around. Let's just pull it down a little bit further. I don't want him to hurt my ginge. So just wrap and secure that bit on. Again, I've got to find where it ended. So there's a bit, there's a bit. Right. I will do wrap that one also. You can either use 2 spruce leaves to wrap around it and twist it on, or just one and just keep going around and around and around. I don't want to use glue because you can, but I know that they will be safe as they are. I've done it many a times. So that is, and if I twist that on an angle like that, so there. So that is our big gifts attached. I want to have a look. I've got some of those I want in. Let me take that band off. Let's have a look at our big lolly. Take the tag off again. It's stuck on. So we've got that there. I could bring that either out at the side, or I can make it look like Ginger's holding a big lolly, and I could do that. So I may do that with that one, and then the other two, let's take the band off of these. And the tags. I'm terrible for the tags, guys. Well, I've become terrible. I used to take them off as soon as I got the delivery off. I don't want those on. So with these, if I had him holding that, or I could have him holding the smaller one, like so. But I think the bigger one would look better there. I mean, bear in mind that would be underneath Ginge, and then I could place, again, like a triangle, one here and then one maybe here at the side of the bow. Oh, hang on, guys, I've got my cat meowing outside. It's probably because it's windy and rainy, so let me just take him in the house. There. I've got a feeling he's going to come back, guys. Sorry about that. When my husband comes home from work. Right, I've come in and had a look at the video, and because this is quite big, I've had to zoom out a little bit. So we're going to place in now our big lollipop. So I'm going to cut this down. I don't want it so big. I like the ribbons on here, but they fray, so I have to either cut it as a dovetail or diagonally. So I'll see what it's like doing it with a dovetail. If it frays, then I'll cut it diagonally. So what I want to do is bring that here. So we're going to turn it a little bit so I can get some glue on it and place it in. I'm putting quite a bit of glue in on the end because it is quite, again, top heavy. You can attach this around a spruce as well. Let's bring that foliage over and bring it like that. So I'll see if there's a spruce under there that I can wrap around. Yeah, so I'll wrap a spruce around it as well with the glue on, and the spruce will stick to the glue. So now we have our lollipop in. I'm going to then place one here and then one where the bow is, and I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to cut this ribbon on the end as well because it's fraying. I don't like it fraying. So we'll bring one down here and then again one over there. Just make sure that I've got enough glue on the end to make it stick. Again, bring that around, wrap a spruce around over the glue. So it holds it in place. Let me just that's the best thing with the spruce, you can wrap it around to give it that extra support. So that's that one in. And then I'm going to take this other one, again cut the end of the ribbon, just fold it in half, and I'm not cutting the length of the stem on these. And I will bring this one where the ribbon is. As well. Just take the glue off my fingers. Right, so now the lollipops are in. I'm facing it this way, guys, because it's you know, better for it to sit securely. So let's have a look at these. I want to bring one up here, I think, or maybe one over here, or do I? Yeah, I definitely want one there. I think I may cut this one so then I can end up with 3. So cut that one, and again with these you can swirl them around your finger and make a spiral, or you can just curve it over so it looks like a candy cane, or you can do it like that one is. So, and then I just spread them out so they're not all, you know, on one side. Now this one is a bit loose, looks like it's coming out, so I'm going to glue that in just to stop it from moving. Remove any excess glue again so it doesn't fall out and look messy with the excess glue on the outside. And then I'll bring that one, I could bring that one down there, and then I could have one down here as well. But just again, make it spirally around your fingertips. I'll do that as a candy cane. Move that to that side. like that. Again, so I don't have all the snowball and the bauble on one side. So we'll dip that in glue. We'll place, I think, this one down here. And again, I'm wrapping them around a spruce because I don't want them just being glued in. I want the extra support with them being quite, some of them quite heavy. Let's just make this spiraled one. I try to do different ones so they're not all the same. So then we'll dip that. And wrap that spruce around it again. Like so. And then our last one. Let's cut this. And place that down in between the two lollipops. So if I just, sorry that I've got to keep turning it, guys, with it being quite big, when you do whimsical ones they can be quite big. So dip it. So like that. So if you can see, if I hold it up for you, that is what we have at this moment in time. So, oh, I've got 3 pine cones out because I thought let's stick 3 pine cones in because we've got, with the gingerbread man being brown, let's have 3 pine cones. So I may bring those into the center. So let's just cut that end bit off. That's it. There we go. So we'll dip that in our glue. And I'm going to bring that, and I'm going to glue that again to where the spruce is wrapping around the deco mesh. I've got a feeling that one may not have sat correctly. And then one down here. So we're just adding a little bit of that in. So now I want to get in, I think I'm going to put the wispy bits in the last because they're very glittery. I don't think I'm going to be putting the poinsettias in. I think it's just going to be all about the candy. Let's have a look at these. It's them. So they're not going in either. Oops, they fell on the floor. So I think, let's see, I may just place 3 white in. instead of the red, because there is a lot of red. So we'll place those in, and let's have a look where. So I could place one there, I'm going to place one where the bow, around the bow area. I think I need something there. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Sorry if I keep standing up. It's just that I need to see above it sometimes. Let me just take the glue off that again. I think they're quite heavy on that area, so we'll have to see what happens to that. I'm going to wrap a spruce around it, I think. And then we'll place one near our bow. Let's see if we can wrap a spruce around that one as well. I may have to do that along the bottom. So let's see. Just under our bow. Right, let's have a go with our candy. I don't think I'm putting the sweets in either. I'll put these in. What about those first? Let's, I can take this off. I'm going to bring some inwards. I don't want everything on the outer side. Again, I'm gluing it and then I'm grabbing a piece of the spruce to wrap around so it's got that bit of support. Bring one here. Let's have a look for a spruce. I'm using 2 spruces on this one because the spruces were not very tall, long. I want to bend it. This wire is quite hard to bend. And then bend that top bit over. Like that. And then I'm going to place one around, do I do it? Yeah, around ginger, because I like to have one on the opposite side. Again, so it all balances out. So if I lift up ginger, I'm using 2 spruces again on that one. Let's just bring up our conifer. Just the odd piece. So that's them. So candy cane as well. I'm going to dot these around because whimsical things are very busy. There's a lot of different things but in the same style. You know, the candy cane style. That is around. That's that one. Let's have a look because I want to balance this out. And bring one there. I may need another. Let's have a look. I'll place one under here. Right, so I'm not going to use no more of those. I'll place those there. Right, I've got these lollipops, some more. Let's have a look. I want something there. So I'm going to place one at the side of the gift. Like that. Let's place one at the side of this gift. I'm going to place one under there, attach again. I'm attaching them to spruce around. Let's have a look. Do I bring any more in? It's quite whimsical. I'm going to leave those two out. Bend those over a little bit more. So they don't stick up too much. So let's see about our spirals. Just as white, yeah, white spirals in. And I'm going all the way around on the outer side with these, just to have a little bit of white in it. So on there, I'll place one there. And we go. And there as well. And then one here. Just so you can see a little bit of a spiral effect. So now for our last element. Again, this is what you call a really big whimsical effect. I've cut some down just to try it earlier, if some would be nice in the centre. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go just under there, just to add a little bit of nice spirally and bauble effect, and also wispy, guys. You know me, wispy. Right, where did I start? One. I've got to think where I started here. I'm going to place a pick on this because they've got no picks, and I'm going to use a bit of my white tape. So I'm going to put a bit of glue on the pick, like so. Get my white tape, place it over the top of the glue. Oops. And then go round. And I go about an inch below the stem of the spiral, the wispy bit. Then I go back up just to double up. I've got my glue gun on. Now just place a bit of glue on the inside and then carry on going round, and that's just to keep the tape on, because it does can sometimes come away from itself. Again, just these little bits, just add that little nice extra touch. Do the same with this one. Oh, it's very glittery, this. It's all over my fingers. And I'm going back up. Place a bit of glue on the inside of my tape. I have one around. Oh, let me just turn it, guys, just so I can get under a bit of sparkle there. I think I need one more around here. Let me just again, I'm dipping it in, if you can see, placing that glue and the pick on top of the stem, getting my floral tape going over the glue so that bottom piece of the tape sticks to the stem, going round, look at my fingers, going round to the bottom, past, and then going the stem, going back up, tear a little bit off, placing my glue on the inside, just a little dot, enough for it to stick, not just a tiny minute dot, and then go round so it sticks on to the other bit of tape. So then I'll place in that, like so. Let me just wipe my hands, guys. I've got glitter all over them. Gosh, it not come up. I think I'd have to get some soapy water on. Let me just place these back out my way so the glitter doesn't just carry on going everywhere. Let's just wipe this glitter off of here. Now that is our whimsical wreath. I will put it up on the stand, but what I want to say is, if you feel that you would like to add in, you know, like these little bits, and just bring a bit in, so you could cut it off and just place it in, just as a little bit of white foliage going around. So let's just take off some bits. Just to bring in. Place one under there. Put another one here. And if you feel that there's just a few bits needed here and just here and there again, like filler foliage, like that. And that's just basically to use up your odd little bits. Just wipe this. Oops, I pulled it. Oh my goodness. And then if you again wish to add in bits, extra little bits of your ribbon, you don't have to do all four what's on the main ribbon. I mean, I will straighten that up. You can just choose a few. You know, you could have those two together, or you could have that one and that one together. I think with it having sparkly, this one would be better. But what you would do is just dovetail the end. So like if you wanted a bit there, you just gather, you know, pinch it for a small tail end, like so. Do a smaller loop, pinch it together. This is if you're doing it by hand, and have that one on its own. Cut, get a bit of the other one. I will place these again. You can either glue them and then get another piece where you started there. Just, you don't need to twist because I'm only doing one loop of each. So you've just got that, and then you could just place those in and around for some. You can use a Chanel stick or a pipe cleaner. I wrap it round one way and then I always go the other way. I find that gives it a little bit extra support. Then I just twist the bow, not the Chanel stick or the pipe cleaner, just the bow. And then you can then have in some tail ends like so. Again, just dovetail. Or if you just want it at a diagonal position or keep it square at the end, that is fine. And then just arrange your tail ends. You can have one at the top like that, one at the bottom and another one at the top. Bring that down like so, and you can have it like that, but I tend to like to bring it all the tail ends down like that, and I go in order like the candy cane, the red, candy cane, red, and that's how I position them. And then you can attach again that if you want to. I'm just showing you, but I'm not going to do it. And you can attach that there and add that extra little piece in there, or you can place it where you feel there's a gap but you don't want to place any more foliage or anything. Add a little bow there, you know, and so on. Bring it up here so it looks like gingerbread man's got a bow on his head, you know, or anywhere like that, or even bring one, you know, closer to the center. I feel, if I'm being honest, one maybe needed this side. So I will go around. I sit it straight. I'm going around the stem of this candy cane. And I'm twisting it like you would at the back of a wreath. Then I'm cutting off some of the length. And then I'm going to wrap the rest of the pipe cleaner around the stem of this candy cane. And then it looks like it's attached onto it. And then you could just manipulate it to however you'd like it to sit. Not too much covering your candy cane, your gingerbread man, but enough just for your liking. And just have a little extra bow for a little extra touch just sat in there as well. So guys, today we have made a whimsical arrangement, wreath, for people who like all the whimsical things and anything like that, for them to go in the door on the outside or inside. If it was going on the outside, I would spray it with protective spray for the weather, you know, in the winter, and if it rains then the rain will just slide off of it. And for that you can use WD-40. That will do it just fine. So I'm going to now place this on our wreath stand or our easel. I'm just seeing how far that is, because it may need to come up a bit with it being quite big. Let's look for our hook. I may need to bring it down. That looks a bit too much. Just straighten up my bow. Move the tail ends forward so we can see. Just making sure everything's in place. So just bear with me. I think something's needed there. There's a gap. So what do I place there? Just thinking. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm going to bring one more of these in because it's sitting too forward for me. I think I'm going the wrong way. As you may be able to see, let me just come and have a look on the camera. Oh my goodness, the camera's dropped again. Just here, I feel there's a gap. Well, I can see there's a gap. So I need to cover that gap. So where's my clippers? So I'm going to cut this down. And I'm going to place something there what's slightly bigger that will cover that gap. There. It's very big, guys. This is the sort of thing. I'm going to lower it back again. There. This is a sort of, you know, what like people like if they have the whimsical thing, really big. You know, it's like it's a show-off piece, really. It's a nice, you know, it's a nice statement piece. And it looks wonderful if people like candy cane things and anything. I've done quite a few of these. My sister-in-law last year had about, oh my goodness, Oh, she spent a lot of money on all the candy cane for her house. She absolutely loved it, and she kept coming into my workshop and then spotting things, and then what I'd created on a video. Oops. And she kept buying them, and then she came up with ideas and said, can you make this? Can you make me this? And I said yes. So I was doing a lot of candy cane for my sister-in-law, which I think after a while, I think doing, and I mean she had a lot, big 9-foot garlands, all in candy cane, all what went all around her doors, things like that, all on a tree. Let me just move things out of the way, guys, because I don't like things in the way now. Things on a tree, things what stood on the floor, sorry guys, I'm just talking away to you while I'm doing this. And she had, you know, things on her stairs, everything like that, and she absolutely loved it. She couldn't get enough of it. And oh my gosh, I think I'd got fed up doing candy cane. I started off doing candy cane for customers and that, but then when she came along, I felt like I'd done it for a hotel. You know, I'd just done everything for a hotel and done everybody's room in the hotel. So, but she was passionate about it, extremely passionate, which was nice, you know. But I was glad when Christmas was over. No disrespect to anybody, but I think because of all the candy cane. So, and it's back again. Hopefully she's not going to come back more. I've got a feeling she will. But I don't mind doing it, if I'm being honest, guys. I love my job. Anyway, this is our, look at our ginge, thanks to Nikki. This is our candy cane wreath, whimsical wreath as they call it, with all the gifts, the sweets, the baubles, the lollipops, you know, the just the wispy bits to set it off. Just add a little bit. I've only added a little bit because there was a little bit in the deco mesh, and you can see still the deco mesh in odd places, so it still comes through. And you've got these big balls here, the big lollipops, smaller lollipops here, and your willow, your conifer. I was going to put in pine needles, but I don't need them, guys. I really don't need them. Because if I did place them in, and I was going to put the others in as well, the tarragon, but I really don't need anything else. I could dot things like around like this, but I don't need it. So they can go back. Oh my goodness, everything's falling out. So I'll put those on the floor to go back as well. So if you feel, and with the whimsical arrangements at Wreath, it's a lot, all it is a lot of candy elements, and you're just basically placing them around. As you see, I've only got 2 of these, not 3, even though I work in 3s. I feel that 3 would have been too much, you know, to add another one. And plus with us having the big bow and our lovely gingerbread man, and then you've got your big lollipop and things like that. So I didn't want to keep adding really extremely big elements. I wanted to, you know, have different size elements and things like that. So let me just curl that. So that's what we've done, and we've placed in those just to make it look, you know, better, because, well, not better, busy, but having all different elements, because then it keeps your eye busy looking for all these different types of candies and things like that. So this is one wreath where you can just put a lot in, and I like to do wreaths where you don't, you know, it's not too busy, so the eye can recognize our elements in your wreaths, and not too compact. And even though I do compact, but you know, not over the top compact, with things that you can't tell what you've got in there. Well, with this sort of wreath, you've got candy cane that sticks out, you've got your big lollipops and things like that, so things are recognized and your eye will notice them, so you can go wacky with it, guys, and really wacky. You know, when you do swags, that's a good thing to do, is by doing swags you can really extend, you know, the candy cane there. Hiya, hon. Oh. And go, you know, really go extravagant with that and over the top. But that is what you do with your candy cane, you go over the top, because it's a whimsical look, and that's an acceptable look. Now if I did it with just floral for like summer, then it would look a bit too much. So, but on these, you stop when you feel you want to stop. So I think even beginners, you know, could do something like this. It's so easy. I say that, and I know some beginners say it's all right for me to say that, but it is, and I can't explain exactly why it is. It's just because you're placing everything anywhere and everywhere. Don't get me wrong, you've got to balance things out. Like I've put like one here of these these picks here, one there and one here, but you can have them as long as you want and as wacky as you want, but you know, and still balance it out like that. And with the candy cane, I've just placed them around, and with these I've put 3 in, so I've gone like 1, 2, 3, and done it like that. And with the lollipops, I've got the big one there, then I've gone a little one here, little one here, so I have spread them around, but I've got different sizes, big, medium, small. So, and that's what gives off this effect, what makes it look really, really beautiful, and really wacky, which, you know, is nice for those people who like this sort of thing. So if you feel you're confident enough, guys, which I feel you are, you know, give it a go. If you don't do this sort of thing, you know, well, you know, I hope you just enjoyed the video, and you had fun watching. But if you feel you are confident enough and you want to give it a go, then give it a go. If you feel that you're a bit scared of trying it on a big wreath, just try a small wreath. Again, I used to try it on small wreaths, like 10-inch wreaths, just to get the feel of it and the placement of things. And I used to do that until I thought, oh, I'm going to try the next size up. Then I tried the 12, then I went to 14, then 6, and I've gone bigger and bigger. So I know I can do all that. You know, it all depends on your confidence and how confident you are. So if you know, again, if you feel you can do it, give it a go, guys, and have fun. It is an enjoyable thing. And once it's on your door, oh my goodness gracious me, guys, I tell you something now, your neighbours will recognise it. Because here in the UK, I've put something like this on my door at Christmas, and I've had neighbours walking by, and they're sort of like, and then they look behind and I'll carry on looking, and then you can hear them, especially if they're with somebody, go, look at that, oh my gosh, you know, and whatever else they may say, you know, but it's always positive. And they think, gosh, I've not seen nothing like that. Oh, that's lovely. You know, so I wonder where they got it from. And anything like that. So it's always nice and positive. So, and that's a good thing for Christmas spirit. So again, if you feel you can do it and have fun. So please subscribe, share and like. And, you know, subscribe, share to the world, sorry, and share to the universe, the globe, whomever, guys. You know, I'll be much, much appreciated. And I really, you know, I'm touched when people new, you know, I have new subscribers coming to my channel, like the lady Amanda today, and sent me a message. So again, welcome Amanda, and I hope you enjoy the videos. So, and you know, it just gets my business recognised. That's all I'm doing it for, to get my business recognised. I'm not doing it for anything else. And plus, my main thing is I love to teach. So that's basically it. So I hope you have a wonderful day, guys, and have a wonderful time having a go at one of these. And I won't see you tomorrow because it's my busiest day. So have a fabulous, fabulous weekend. And I will see you bright and early Monday morning. And take care. Have a wonderful day. God bless and good health. So bye for now. Bye-bye. So let's just take the camera off the stand. Let's do a bit of a zoomy in. Zoomy in. If you can see it there, guys. Isn't that gingerbread fabulous? Oh, Nikki, if you're watching again, I can't thank you enough. You've done me a fabulous thing, and I'll be coming back to you without any hesitation. So let's do a close-up of him. He's got glitter on him, guys, from my hands. So sorry, Nikki, but look at him. Look at his jewels, his love heart jewels for his corners of his mouth, and his his little tummy button, guys. Isn't that cute? And his lovely Christmas bow tie. And then we have our bow, again, velvet ribbon with the white edging, the furry white edging, our candy cane. Then we have our candy cane with the gingerbread men on. And then we have our beautiful red Christmas glitter ribbon. Then we have these long candy canes here going up, and we have the candy canes there with our conifer, our white fern, our wispy silvery bits, and our beautiful big gift box. And then we have our baubles there, just behind there. I didn't want to have everything too, you know, all forward. Then we have one of our lollipops, our swirly bits there again, and our willow. And then we have these picks here where I swirled around my fingers. Lollipop in the corner there, and the big glittery lollipop. And we're going around again with the baubles and just 3 pine cones. And again, there's another lollipop and the baubles, and just adding whimsical and wacky things, guys, gives it that wonderful thing. And the deco mesh. So again, the deco mesh is 10 inches tall, and I cut them at 20 inches long, and I just place them and wrap them around the spruce leaves instead of using pipe cleaners. So I hope you like that, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care and a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you Monday. Bye for now.